Hello and welcome to Traditional Painting the Digital Way. This is where I use digital painting apps to teach traditional painting techniques. This is another look at color complements, and in this video we're going to be looking at blue and orange. If you look on the color wheel, blue and orange are the opposite of each other on the color wheel. And so they are color complements. And color complements are colors on the opposite of the color wheel. And what they do is they make each other pop out more. They make each other show up more than they normally would. And that's why they call them color complements. They complement each other, if you will. And so we're going to be making a little painting of a leaf against a blue sky, just to show that the blue and orange really do make each other pop out. And so the app I'm going to be using is ArtRage Vitae for Android. And I'm going to use the watercolor options this time in this one. And I want to go ahead and make a light blue sky. And so I'm just using kind of a color wash for the background, a light blue, sort of cerulean blue, kind of, or a really light ultramarine type blue. Cerulean tends to be more green, so this is not quite as green. So anyway, I'm just going ahead and making the background sort of a pure light blue here. And it doesn't matter if there's lighter spots of blue or darker spots. You want variation anyway if you're trying to do a sky. But of course we're just doing sort of an example here, so we're not making a great big fancy finished painting here. But anyway, so I have the blue. Now you want an orange color to show up against the blue. So I decided to go ahead and paint an orange leaf against the blue sky. And so here I'm adding a shape of an orange leaf, and it's I think it's probably an oak leaf. I got this picture on Pixabay, where they have royalty-free photos that you can use for references. And so I'm just going to go ahead and add the orange. And I'm using Delicate on Dry in ArtRage, and just trying to get kind of a watercolory look. Like I said, I'm just kind of doing this for an example, but I'm working on trying to get the orange colors to pop against the blue colors. So here I added another layer, and I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit darker orange here, and we just want to keep the hues in an orange hue, though. We want it to stay in the orange color family because we want it to show up against that blue background. And I'm just kind of throwing in a little bit of an orangish yellow color as well, but it's still in the orange family. And as you can see, it really complements the blue and the orange together. That really makes that the leaf pop out against the background. And so here I've added a little bit of some branches. I want to go ahead and sort of add the branches to the top of the leaf there, and make it look like it's not just hanging in the sky there. So first I wanted to go ahead and take a pen and ink type of a brush there, and just add some more detail to the leaves. So I'm adding a little bit of a really light orange and a little bit of some light yellow. And then I'll take the pen and ink and make the branches that go across on the painting there. And we want to make these dark. That you can use sort of a dark gray color there for the branches, and we just kind of want to give some jagged shapes and just make it look like an old tree branch there that goes across. And I'm not exactly following the shape of the photo reference that I have because I don't want it to look like that. I want it to go across the painting and make some more interesting negative space. So, and then I'm taking some of the orange ink, this would be orange ink if you were following along traditionally, and just adding a little bit more jagged edges to the leaves and also adding veins onto the leaves, but still keeping it in that orange hue family there. And so I want to go ahead and add a little bit more branches to the leaves, and I'm just darkening the edges of the leaves just a little bit, but again I'm keeping it at an orange brown color because we want it to pop out on the background against the blue. And as you can see, it's working. The orange is showing up really well against the blue background. And so then here I'm adding a few more leaves and not leaves, a little more branches to above and below the leaf there, just to give it a little bit more interest. Again, we're not interested in making a big masterpiece here. I'm just trying to do a little bit of a painting sketch here. And so I wanted to go ahead and darken the branches a little bit, make them a little more painterly instead of just with completely with ink. I wanted to add a little bit of some watercolor over the top of them, and you can do that in digitally and not have to worry about the ink running, but you can also do this if you have a permanent ink that doesn't run with water. You can go back over it with watercolor. And so I'm just kind of doing that and working a little bit on the branches. I wanted to fix the branches and make them look a little bit better. And so there you have it. The orange leaf pops out from the blue background, and those colors complement each other, and they make your painting really have a statement and it really makes it show up. And so that's why they're called color complements. So this is the end of my video on blue and orange complements, and also the end of my color theory series. If you want to see what I want to do next, then hit the subscribe button, and thanks everybody for watching. Thank you so much for your support. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments down below, and I will catch you later.